Today I'm going to be reviewing What's up guys, thanks for watching another Buck GT video. Today I'm going to be reviewing 5 gaming headsets off of Amazon for under $15. Some of them are definitely winners and some of them are for sure losers. I'm going to introduce you to each manufacturer's headset. I'm going to tell you what I thought of it. I'm going to rank it on 5 different categories: comfort, sound, microphone sound, aesthetics, and functionality. Whenever we test the microphones, I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to Future Buck, and he'll let you know what he thinks at the time. But for starters, we're going to take a look at the Earphones brand headset. These are very obviously cheap knockoffs. As you can see, the inside of the headband here is just raw plastic, no padding whatsoever. Even the headphones are hollow. They're extremely light. The padding on the ears is basically like a leather jacket. It's not soft at all. If you can get past the headband, they barely fit over your ears, and it's kind of just like it's kind of just having like a couple hard koozies on your ear. I don't even know how to describe it. But other than that, I can say the cable is very nicely threaded here. It's a very thick cable, also very long cable. The controller is pretty simple. Compared to the rest of them, it is much cleaner than the rest of them. It's just a simple plus and minus volume. It's a little bulkier than I would like. And then it also comes with an adapter because it is a all-in-one microphone and headphone. Let me get the focus back here. And it just comes with this little splitter if you need both connections. You got red for microphone, like a little indentation there, and then you've got green for your headset, showing the headset icon there. So overall, I'd give the comfort on these a 2. They're not very comfortable at all. Sound has no bass in it. You're just getting the raw treble, basically. The function is they do their job. I would like to see this bendable other than just flipping down and whatnot, but it's fixed in there pretty good. Really solid plastic. As far as aesthetics, they don't look good either, but I do like the cord. So I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to Future Buck, and he'll let you know what he thinks about the microphone. Alright, I'm talking to you now through the Earphones gaming headset microphone. It's got a really deep background noise. I don't know if that's just ambience just vibrating through this or what, but it's probably pretty annoying on your end. It's quiet, it doesn't pick up great. But overall, I'd say I'd have to give this one a 2 out of 5. So not the best, but for 13, 14 bucks, it'll get you by. I mean, if you got kids that need it, maybe, but still personally a 2 out of 5 if you're looking for high quality. So back to you, Buck. Next up, we have the DawnUp USB gaming headphones. I wasn't too blown away by these either. Again, the sound is very raw, no bass. The padding is a little better. The padding is a little better on these. You can see it's a lot softer. These have a nice little feature of you can actually measure your head size, so you don't forget if you ever, like me, and undo them. When you put them on, when when you put them on, they're extremely light, but actually fairly soft and snug on your head. You can't be doing a whole lot of moving, but they do feel pretty decent. And as for the cord, it's just a basic plastic rubber cord here, and then you got this little controller. Yeah, there's a little controller here. I cannot focus. And this controller gives you a mute, volume up and down, and then a microphone mute. And when it's plugged in, it'll give you a green LED here. I don't know what this other hole is, but it's not an LED. So overall for the DawnUps, I'd say for the DawnUps, I'd give the comfort a 4. The sound, I'd give it a 3. It's a little better than the Funtas. As far as function goes, I do like the ability to mute either the sound or the microphone on the cable there. Aesthetics, they look nice, but again, I do not like the fixed microphone there. And so aesthetics, I'd give it a 3 as well. And I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to Future Buck to let you know how the mic sounds.
What's up, guys? Now I'm talking to you through the microphone on the DawnUp Gaming USB headset. As you can tell, this one is a lot louder than the rest. I don't know if that's due to the microphone or the USB. This has got a really short little microphone. I mean, this headset is so light that you can't even put this up without holding the headset itself. But I mean, it's pretty clear. Other than you could probably hear a loud whining. I'm not sure if that's the background noise in the room or the headset itself. But these definitely are at the lower end of the spectrum. I'd have to give these, just because that whining really gets on my nerves, I'd have to give these a 1 out of 5. It's convenient that they're USB, but not worth it. So these probably not going to get the best buy. So back to you, Buck.
All right, and thirdly, we have the D-Land headset. These are probably one of the coolest designs out of all 5 of them. They're fairly comfortable. Unfortunately, the ear pads are they don't fit on your ears very well, and I don't know if it's got bent in packaging. I think it is a little bent, but it just doesn't fit on your head right. These, however, do have a lot of padding around the top headband, and they have this cool little dragon on the inside. That's a nice little touch. And I like the way they break up the solid black with this red bar here for the microphone. Again, this has really no flexibility. I'm afraid I'm going to break it, and just goes up and down. As for the sound, they weren't much better than the DawnUps. They barely fit over your ears and don't block a lot of sound, so I wouldn't grade them too well on that. But for the breakdown, I'd give the comfort a 3. I'd give the sound a 3 as well. Function, as well as here's the controller for these. It's a very basic on-off for your microphone, and then a volume control here. That's just a weird shape. I don't know why they went with that. So as far as function, I'll give that a 3 as well. And then aesthetics, they do look really badass. I will say that. So aesthetics, I'm going to give them a 4. And like before, I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to Future Buck to let you know how the microphone sounds.
Alright, guys, I'm talking to you now through the D-Land Ovon X4 headset. This one is much weaker than the higher end 2. it's still pretty clear, but like I said, it's not a very crisp sound. You can't really get a full voice of what's going through it. So I'd probably give these 3 out of 5. So back to you, Buck.
Also, these headsets come with an adapter for your microphone headset. It's actually the reverse of the Afanta. They are basically either microphone or headphones, and this adapter will allow you to use them as both. And their aux plugs are actually kind of nice looking. They got little icons on them, and they're color coded, so that's nice too. All right. Fourthly, I don't know if that's a word, but these are the Sades SA708s. It's a nice difference from the red and black themes, or just black themes. These are white and red. They got their Wolf King symbol on the side there. They've got a little bit of padding on the top. It's actually a lot thicker, but the padding is very minimal. My fiance told me her hair was getting caught in this plastic part, which is kind of odd. So ladies, look out. The padding is these are like marshmallows. Like, they're a little small, so I would probably take off for that. But if these were bigger, they would definitely be a 5. But because of the weight and pressure for these with the soft marshmallow like padding, these are actually extremely comfortable. They might get a little tight over an hour of gameplay, but I think they are very nice. And as for sound, when I played with them, they were probably one of the best sounding ones I've had so far. They had a lot of bass and just didn't cut out at all. They sounded really good. One downside to these, aside from the, again, fixed microphone, which though does have a nice feature of closing into the overall look of the headset, but they do have this sore screw showing right here. It just doesn't look good. But you got a red rubber cord, and then you got your controller. This is where I would count off. It's got an on-off switch, very big and easy to hit, but then it's got a small volume scroller. So that, I mean, I don't like a big controller. Some people do. This again goes to 2 different connectors and comes with a splitter it's actually a very nice flat cable, surprisingly. But what's the reverse of a splitter? I don't know what a reverse of a splitter is, but this will basically give your 2 connections a single connection. So overall, I would give the comfort of these a 5. The sound is probably a 4. It just lacks a little bit of bass. The function, I will give these a 4. The switch is easy to use and everything's right where you need it to be. Aesthetics, the color scheme is fantastic. There's a lot more attention to detail with these headphones than the last 3 pairs, so I'm going to give the aesthetics a 4 as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to Future Buck to let you know how the mic sounds.
What's up, guys? I'm talking to you now through the Sades SA708 white and red headphones. As you can see, it's still very clear. Pretty raw sound though. Not very much bass. There is a periodic crackling that I'm guessing is just from the really shoddy craftsmanship. Overall though, it's not too bad. It's very subtle. I mean, it looks really bad when it's out, but overall not too bad. I'd probably give these 3 out of 5 as far as $15 headphones go. So back to you, Buck.
And lastly, we have the Anti G2000 series. These are probably the best bang for your buck. These have a massive marshmallow pad on the top here. It's I wouldn't say it's Tempur-Pedic or Wonder Foam or anything like that, but it's darn close. The earphones are a little cushier, not quite the same firmness, but they are really big earphones. They have a weird chrome accent there, but I guess it works. Have a lot nice glossy finish to them. Again, don't like it, but they have a fixed microphone. It's got a lot of contacts, so it actually is more customizable. These are extremely comfortable. These would probably put me asleep if I went to bed in them. Like, if I ever used wired headphones, I'd probably keep these. The cable is a very tightly woven threaded cable. It's very, very long. The controller, a little bulky, but again, another easy contact. Make sure you can read it at least. It's got a dial knob here for your volume, and then on the bottom, it's got a microphone, mute, and unmute. So that's not too bad. Then when you get to the end here, they see, this is what impressed me the most, is they actually have a Velcro cable tie. They actually sprung the extra few cents for that. Then you got your connections. You got your headphone and microphone jack. Unfortunately, this is the only one that did not come with an adapter. That's surprising with everything else it has. And what's this? You got your microphone and headphone here, but another USB. What could that do, you ask? Well, I'm about to show you. This is what happens when you plug in the USB for this. Look at that. These have some very bright blue LEDs on the side here. And even on your microphone. I'm going to go ahead and shut off a few of my lights so you can see how bright they actually are. These LEDs are actually guaranteed to give you at least 2,000% better gameplay. Your PvP, you'll be 10 times better in PvP. At least 200 times better, probably. That's pretty cool. But overall, I would say I'd give these a 5 on comfort. They are even cushier than the Sades. Sound, they actually have a lot more bass than the Sades, but they can get very loud. So I'll give them a 5 on that as well. Function, everything's the way it needs to be. It's easy to adjust your headset. The knob is very easy to get to. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a 4. I mean, they're headphones. The function is there. They work. Aesthetics, it is really hard not to give these a 5 when they look extremely badass. I mean, they're big on your head, but you're not looking at them. But with the LEDs, I have to give them a 5. I don't want to because it's kind of a cop-out and too easy to do, but I'm going to give these a 5. So I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to Future Buck and let you know how the mic sounds. What's up, guys? I'm talking to you right now through the Anti-Each G2000 headset. It actually sounds pretty clear. It's not as loud as I'd like it to be. It's on 100% volume, but no gain boost at all. Otherwise, it does sound pretty good, though. I would like it if the microphone was a little closer to your face, maybe at least like a couple inches. But overall, it's not too bad. For a $15 headset, I'd give it probably a 4 out of 5. So back to you, Buck. All right, with all that information, we're going to go ahead and tally all these up, and I'll get back to you with the overall rankings of which headset are my absolute favorites out of these 5. And for $15, that's a pretty big bonus on top of that. Whew, it's cold in December. Hey guys, thanks for sticking in there with me. I've got your calculations right here, and I'm gonna start from the bottom. Ranking number 5 out of these headsets, we have the Afonta headsets. No real big surprise there, but it's a 2.4. Now, second, we have the DawnUp headset with a 3. Third, D-Land with a 3.2. And in 4th place, we have Sades with a 4. And our overall favorite, the only one left, are the Anti-Each G2000 headphones with a 4.6. Which, with the LEDs, that's really not a big surprise. But thanks for bearing with me on this product review, and if this helped you in possibly picking out a headset, go ahead and hit like. If you thought I did a horrible job, dislike it. Let me know what you thought down in the comments, and maybe since you watched the whole video, let me know what your favorite gaming headset is. Again, thanks for watching, and you have a nice day. Hey there, thanks for watching my video. If you have time, feel free to check out one of my videos over here. And don't forget to hit subscribe before you leave.